Hi everyone, welcome to this week's reading of self-love, all about how can you appreciate yourself more, what is blocking you right now, and how can you overcome your challenges. So as usual, we have 4 piles here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The timestamps are in the description box. Make sure to choose with your intuition. Whenever you're ready, we'll get started with pile 1. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. Let's get started. We have the Queen of Swords first, then we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Swords. Okay, next we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel, and the Strength card. Okay. In the final row, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the World, plus the Three of Pentacles. Okay, we do have some Oracle card and feather messages, but we'll look at them later. The first thing you can do to start loving yourself is embrace, or at least accept, that things will not be always the same, and there is a level of flexibility that is needed. The Two of Pentacles is very comfortable with juggling. Okay, this can be work-life balance, this can be your earth life, the human world, plus the spiritual world. So how you engage all the practical as well as spiritual experiences in your life, right? So embrace that there is more than just one, and everything cannot be planned beforehand, and you will need to kind of have this give and take kind of moment where sometimes you spend a little bit more time with the earthly activities like paying bills and doing the work, right? Meanwhile, there will be some rest periods as well, and not everything will always be uniformly the same. Some of you might be going through this transitionary phase at the moment. Things are changing, and whether this is internal or external, it is uncomfortable for you. Okay, you're not really sure where this is heading, what is happening, things like that, and you might be trying to stick to certain regimes or schedules just to, make yourself feel like you got this and you have the strength to, keep it going. Okay, but the Two of Swords is again like telling you to, well, be okay with the not knowing. It's just very easier said than done type of advice, but it's like you make peace with the in-between, knowing that there will be transitionary phases many times in life. Will really help you kind of reach this point of acceptance. But the Queen of Swords is also very interesting. She, first of all, in this imagery, you can already see that she looks towards the horizon at the big picture, kind of planning and seeing and logically looking at things. And this being governed by, the swords being governed by air, and she is on water, so water and air, both of them are very flexible. They kind of fit into whatever container there is. And similarly, the Queen of Swords also kind of strategizes and uses her logic and her intelligence to just see where the wind is and where the wind is directed, and therefore she then orients her efforts. Okay, what I mean by that is, if you are putting a lot of effort in one direction and nothing is really paying off and you're not really sure why and what is happening, this could be an indication that you restructure where you want to put your efforts towards. Okay, so if you try one route, it's not possible, or it is being more difficult than you anticipated for no reason, then maybe try different avenues. The Queen of Swords can think fast, act fast. Okay, strategy is her thing, and she has an eagle eye. She's monitoring everything that is happening. She can see far and wide into the distance, so that means that she has a lot of forethought, okay, that goes into everything that she's making as a decision, right? But that's why it is super important that you don't stay rigid towards something. If some of you are having some financial issues, then or you're having trouble finding new funds for your business or whatever it is that you are doing, if there are some financial issues, give it time, because things are shifting, things are changing. Okay, so just instantly going from one stability to the next is not exactly possible, right? So things take time. Let them take their time, because this particular phase where nothing especially is happening, there is kind of this non-committal type of vibe, and that is uncomfortable, but it is teaching you to be more flexible. How can you manage the transition phase? How can you flow with the not knowing? So what do you do? How do you react? Do you sit in one place and just be like, okay, I will wait for everything to fall into place, then I will move and react? Or do you just like, okay, fine, things have changed, how can I change with it? Right? That's the message till here. Then with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like, keep a steady head, keep a steady effort in whatever it is you're doing, because the rewards will come. Okay, they definitely will come, but you need to just keep at it. Okay, there is this consistency element here. Okay, that does not mean that you keep a one-track mind, not at all, but you do keep the work moving despite the environment or the external factors, because if you really want something, you will make it happen, right? This is very focused on thinking and just your ability to manage your thinking, and sometimes finances as well, which is causing you kind of self-destructive thoughts sometimes. Okay, so yeah, that's what this reading is mainly focused on, as far as I can notice. Okay, now with the World, yeah, it is time to close one section or one chapter of your way of being. Okay, so you have been like this and this, and now things are changing. So since this, the part you have been doing already, is the thing that you are more accustomed to, it is understandable that it is a bit tough to just roll with whatever comes, but allow it to close. Okay, because even if it doesn't seem like it can be awesome or an upgrade, it definitely will be in your best interest. Okay, so that's why I said with the Queen of Swords, kind of a bigger picture than what you are able to see in your very close proximity or vicinity. Okay, try to get some people to help you out. If you're studying, then work together to finish your exams, for example. If you're working, then rather than taking a lot of tasks on yourself because you feel that sense of responsibility, try to delegate, or get some more people to team up with you so that you can get the work done most effectively. Okay, so it's okay to rely on some other people sometimes. Okay, that does not diminish your ability of doing a task. Okay, being able to share roles and responsibilities also is a sign of strength. Okay, because ultimately, what is your goal, right? The Queen of Swords is like, listen, this is my goal. If I need 10 people to get there, okay. If I need 100, okay. If it's just me, that's also okay, because I need to get there, and I will figure out a way to get to that point. It doesn't matter how I get there as long as I do. Okay, so there is this very there's a lot of strength with the Queen of Swords. Not everyone likes this card, but you need that sometimes. Okay, you need that. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I'm just gonna go for it, and I don't really care who I am displeasing along the way, because I was not born to make you happy. Okay, that's the kind of attitude the Queen of Swords has. Sometimes it's super necessary, right? So if you are having trouble kind of speaking your mind, then this is again an encouragement that you need to find a way to do so. Okay, if you can't do that for your job or your education or the current people who are with you in your life, then find another avenue like blogging or some sort of a page on some website or some social media, whatever. Okay, there's many ways of expressing yourself, and it doesn't even have to be public. You can just write a diary or something. But in either case, instead of suppressing yourself and putting on a front that no, I am strong and this is how it is and I will make a solid foundation and so and so, like instead of seeming so collected all the time, try to express your vulnerabilities as well. Try to express that you need help with certain things and that you're having trouble managing certain situations, or even your own self. Okay, what else? Steady efforts, methodical work with others, that will help you, feel more secure about the transitions and changes. And it will also lower your more rigid boundaries if you have that problem. Financial issues will as well be resolved with time, but now is not the time to be worrying about that, but rather, take action where you can with the help of the people who are willing. Okay, that's the thing here. Okay, let's see some more advice, and then maybe that'll trigger some more things. Okay, we have the peacock. Inherent wisdom is emerging at this time. Watch it and ready yourself for a rebirth. Yeah, this is again a very transition type of feel here. Then we have blackbird. The magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now. Yeah, as you learn to embrace the transitions, it's kind of the not knowing, the amorphous. It's maybe solid, it's maybe not. Sometimes it's solid, sometimes it's just immaterial completely. That's just the vibe right now, for the collective. Okay, so a lot of people are going through this actually, whether you hear from them directly or not. It's just like, huh? Wait, I thought this is where it was heading. So where is it heading and where am I going? That's the gist of things. Can I move? Can I get someone? Will we, remove all lockdowns? Will we be able to solve all the problems? How is it going to affect me personally? Will it benefit me or not so much? It's just very quick shifting. So it just has to happen. That you learn to adjust with the changes. And if you're cool with the changes, there's nothing more that is going to phase you so much, right? Because change is the only constant, right? Yeah, so plenty of abilities of yours are just unfolding right now, when you don't know things and when things are not too clear. Like I said, changes are just, they're the most inherent part of nature. Right, that's the one constant. It surprises me, not surprised, but it's just, it is marvelous to me whenever I think of that. And we have plenty of circles here, okay, with the wheel changing the world, a chapter closing and a new one beginning. Then we have the pentacles as well, of course. Yeah, it's a lot of cycles and discovering cycles within cycles, that type of thing. So a lot of wisdom, a lot of depth in a lot of different areas are going to be apparent to you. Okay, so you can see the one thing that you're witnessing across different spheres of life. Okay, if that makes sense. But in either case, all of that is just helping you realize more and more of who you are, what you're capable of. Okay, so appreciate all of these things. Try to understand them as best as you can. Like I said, take on a wider view. That will really help with managing expectations and also making peace with the in-between or the transitionary stages. Yeah, okay. The oracle card we have: through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. Yeah, this kind of sums it up, actually. So prayer and meditation definitely is a very effective method That doesn't mean you have to be religious. Neither one has a religious affiliation, like it doesn't have an origin, but religions do use these methods. Okay, so it does not matter what your religion is or your belief system is, but prayer is just focused intention, right? And meditation is more about using your thoughts, observing your thoughts, and kind of understanding who you are and why, right? So if you have a fear of being unstable, let's say, then you have to start asking yourself and working with yourself that why though? Why do I need it so much? Like, yeah, a certain level of stability is definitely required, okay? It is necessary, but me worrying about it constantly is not making it happen, right? So a little bit more of like an impartial observer. That's what meditation creates, and prayer kind of gets you into that. And also it is kind of a collection. That's what I would call it, a collection of what you want and what you hope for, from yourself, but also from your environment. Very manifestation like sometimes, if you make it so, right? So why religions use prayer and meditation is just to, like mantras, for example, they will get you into that focused space. Okay, that's the very basic way of explaining that. It's not just that, obviously, but yeah, it just kind of gets you into that zone as you keep repeating any task at all, whether you're saying it or dancing it or singing it or whatever, right? Whatever you do in a very repetitive form, you tend to discover a lot more. Some people, when they're doing very mundane tasks, they have time to think and plan and kind of observe their own thoughts, and that itself becomes a very meditative experience, right? Like knitting, for example, or sewing, right? So yeah, that's another form of meditative experience, right? How do you get there is very unique to everyone, and I suppose that's also something you will start to discover as this becomes a priority, that you need some peace in your life. The prayer, meditation, just observing yourself and understanding why you are unique and how, all of that kind of starts to unravel for you. Okay. I guess that's all I have for you, Pile 1. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you, guided you a little bit, gave you some more insights. If it did, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate your contribution in helping the channel grow. But until next time, I do hope you take care. Bye. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Let's get started. So we have the Page of Swords. We have the Eight of Wands. And we have the Six of Wands. I'm just going to keep these here. Okay, let's see all of these and then I will start interpreting. You can skip ahead if you want. We have the Queen of Swords, the Fool, and the World. Okay, then we have Ten of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Seven of Wands. Okay, and we have Oracle card as well as the feathers, but we'll take a look at them later. So, okay, for some of you, there is something new that has started or you're wanting to start, but there's this very controlling attitude that is kind of stopping you from being appreciative of your efforts. Okay, so you are doing work and you do have a good idea, you have a clean insight and so on and so forth, and you are intelligent and you can convey what you want to convey very effectively, but the moment where you tighten the reins quite a bit, like become this controlling type of person for the work that you're doing or the project you're involved with, at that time it kind of starts acting like a block. okay? You're not able to express yourself authentically, fully, because you're trying to be something better. Well, apparently better, okay? But the thing you're supposed to be paying attention is that you are making a lot of progress, okay? You're moving fast and you're doing really well. You have excellent management skills of your own task, of your own time. You are very curious, you can learn, you're learning quite a bit, regardless whether you are, working or you're studying or in between, whatever it is. The things that you are including in your life, the things where you are paying your focus and attention towards, you're doing really good. Okay, give yourself credit. This is basically that. Give yourself credit, okay? Some of you might be working on your speaking skills as well. Yeah, this year is telling me that you are doing good. You just need to give yourself a little bit more credit. You are strong. Keep following your gut instinct. I feel like some of you are kind of trying to map from start to finish how this particular thing should look like or should proceed like, okay? Because 21 is the last major arcana and 0 is the very initial, so 0 to 100. That's the thing here. And the Queen of Swords plans ahead and strategizes and is the boss, okay? She rules. It's kind of like that. Okay, so that's why I'm getting that thing. This can be even a hobby or just a skill that you are trying to acquire for yourself. It's like, okay, I need to do this and this is the plan, this is the schedule, this is the timeline, and this has to be complete at this point, at this time, that kind of thing, where you're tightening things a bit too much, and that is not allowing you to enjoy the things that you're learning at the moment, okay? Spend some time with your family. If this is kind of a family business type of deal, then take advice from them. You don't have to know each and everything all the time. We do have ancestors and we have our parents and grandparents for a reason, right? We can go to them for guidance if we need. Yes. Visit home if you can. It will help you, come back to your true essence, and it will allow you to stand even more in your power. In a sense, you don't need to feel like you need to control things in order to be a winner, okay? So that will create quite a bit of change. The Tower is interesting, actually. It's like it's kind of like be open to change. That's the moral of it, okay? What if things all of a sudden change? What would you do then? Because whenever, for any business or for any just life plans, right, whatever you do, things do not always go each and every point does not match up with what we had originally imagined. But nevertheless, we need to deal with it. We can't just be like, okay, I'm done with life, okay, bye, right? So you will deal with it somehow, right? Anyhow, you will. So what do we do then? We rely on the instincts. We bank on the advice of people we trust. And we also listen to just like what is available, what can I do? So there is the rational thinking, instinctual thinking, and we ask for guidance, right? So do the same thing. You don't need to go through some life-changing disaster in order to get these helpful bits of advice and help, right? Either from yourself or from your family or from your friends or just financially, whatever the case is. There is a big network of support, whether you are aware of it or not. This can be like, some of you may already identify them as your family and friends. Meanwhile, some of you are more towards the spiritually inclined and your team is mainly upstairs, right? But in either case, you are definitely supported. So ask for help. And make sure to keep listening to your own advice, okay? The problem is that when you start tightening too much, then your instincts can start fibbing, okay? That is, the ego starts to speak rather than the pure instinct self. Learn and read a lot of things. It will make you feel more full, fulfilled, complete, well aware, and it will help you communicate your thoughts much better. And whether it is to other people or to yourself. Okay. With Six of Wands, there is this, it's kind of the influencer card, so you're like kind of known by everyone. So some of you might be wanting to get to that point, to be seen by the public eye. You don't have to be a social media influencer. You can just be teaching something, so you learn something and then you pass it along, right? So informative type of channel or page or whatever, right? So again, the entire advice is that, listen, don't control things too much. Everything is volatile at the moment, everything. So let things happen, let things come one by one, let them pan out as they should. Meanwhile, you do your thing. Try to relax and have fun in the moment, because fun is very high vibe, right? When you're in your joyful presence, it attracts more joy towards you, okay? Or rather, you recognize more joy in your life, okay? So it just starts from one point of joy, but then it just propagates towards, okay, hey, even this is good. Hey, I like this as well. Maybe I should do this. I would enjoy that very much. You know, it just starts to create a ripple effect of the same feeling. So never hurt anyone to be positive and never hurt anyone to relax, right? So it's okay. It's okay. Take it easy. Take it easy, right? Ask for help when you need help. Okay. Falcon. Use your keen perception and skill in making decisions. Do not delay. The wisdom and messages of the divine are within you. Yeah, again, there is that instinct thing. And like with the falcon as well, like you have that capacity. Like planning and strategizing is one thing, but then also reacting to, or rather responding, because Queen of Swords responds, to unprecedented situations. That is a whole other skill, right? For that you need perception. So be perceptive. When it is a one-track mind type of mentality, when it's like, no, this is the way, why isn't it happening? Meanwhile, there is another way waiting for you right there, next to you, right? But you can't see it because you're so focused on this one track. Meanwhile, the falcon kind of goes up and then sees the whole thing very objectively and kind of maps out which would be the easiest way towards its goal, right? So these are your two pieces of advice as well. Whatever you're planning on doing, that's your advice. I don't know what you're up to. Many people watching this, different scenarios, of course, but in either case, it's like respond faster rather than plan for the big future, because the future right now is very volatile. You can see that very much. In a practical sense, in every part of the world, in many different ways, things are changing. So they will keep changing. Let it do its thing. You do your thing. You do your part. And don't be afraid if certain things do not pan out exactly as you have imagined. Okay? Because ultimately, you will get what you want to actually get, right? I think I told this for pile 1, but like the Queen of Swords is she has a goal in mind, and she's the boss lady, right? So she's going to tell her crew members, like whether it is 10 people being needed for the task or 100 people, it doesn't really matter. She will use whatever she has to use and she will get to the point where she wants to get. Not in a ruthless sense, but just that she's very dedicated. Okay? Yeah. But because it is in the blocked position, it's like if you well, anything done too much is just, it's not beneficial, right? So that is a very good skill that you have already, right? There's no need to be working on that. It's more of thinking on your feet, that type of thing. Contingency plans. For some of you, I feel like you're planning a lot, you're thinking a lot, there's a lot of ideation of things from start to finish. Okay, I will do this, then I will do that, then this is it. But then there is less action. Okay, there is more planning and less action. That's where the trouble is as well for some of you. Yeah, so that's where this as well fits in. Don't delay. You know already what you're supposed to be doing, where you're supposed to be heading. So just use all the resources you have, all the skills you have already, and also the things you are accumulating right now, and move forward with it. Get it out there. Okay? It will make you feel more secure and stable and more successful about yourself. Okay? Appreciate the small wins and the little achievements, right? That'll make you feel more worthy of yourself and also of the successes ahead of you. Because if you keep proceeding like this, then if there is a hiccup along the road and you start delving into the negative aspect of things and wondering if you're going to never make it, then, well, it's a rabbit hole, right? And come on, don't get to that point, right? Okay. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You are supported, you are definitely guided, so you don't need to keep such a tight ship, okay? Flow with it. There's wateriness of it. There's plenty of blue here as well, blue, green type of things. So do what you love, express your talents, your truth. You are supported and guided. Yeah. If you can dream it, you can do it. That's one thing I hear. Learn and acquire as many skills as you can along the way. And each time you learn something new, take a moment and feel good about it. Okay? Yeah. Because it seems like, it's just the goal. It's just about the goal. But then it doesn't really matter. I don't know if you've graduated or not, but apart from the celebration part, graduation itself is like, okay, so it's over. Great, okay. Now, it's just like, okay, cool, it's over, finally, that's nice, I'm happy about that, but then, now what? Right, so it's not just about the goal. It's not just about completing and reaching a point. It's about, along the way, the little things you are completing, learning, internalizing, things like that, right? So these things will make you feel more worthy of yourself and happier about yourself, more stable and more free, right? So just allow yourself to feel those ways, right? Okay, that's what I have for you. Pile 2, thank you so much for watching. I hope you take care. I hope this message resonated with you and helped you out. If it did, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I will see you again next time. Bye. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Let's find out about this self-love topic. Let's see what's going on. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the 5 of Cups. And we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, I'm just gonna get all the cards out, then we'll start interpreting. You can skip ahead if you want. We have the 4 of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the Magician. Okay. Then we have the Lovers. Two of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Feathers and the Oracle card as well, but we'll look at them at the end. Okay. So life has become a little bit uninspiring, and you don't find the enthusiasm in a lot of things. It's nothing is particularly bad, but it's just not fulfilling. Okay, you're looking for something new, a spark of inspiration, something that is just full of creative ideas, and this can be anything from home decoration to a change in career or whatever. Okay, like things are, everyone's priority is different. So fit that analogy into your life as it does. With the magician, it's like you do want to make certain changes, but it's kind of, you do want to make certain changes, but it's kind of short on action. Okay, you want a fresh start, you want to create something new for yourself and just feel awesome again, but the things you need in order to create this new reality can't just instantaneously happen, right? The ingredients are just finding the idea that suits you, putting in the effort, giving it the time, putting in the energy, things like that, and all of this together then give you that sense of fulfillment, right? It's not just up, up, and up, but rather the ups and downs and everything in between. That's what makes us feel good ultimately, right? But even if you're looking for this, it's a tough time finding something that is sticking in your mind, okay? Something that continues inspiring you, right? So the solution is quite interesting, actually. Even if you do have an idea that is interesting for you, there is less action and kind of more of a blame game of, if this was right, then I would have done it, and if I had that, then I would do it. So there's that making excuses type of vibe that's coming through. Okay. The solution here is to harmonize the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies. That is the metaphysical, spiritual answer, but on a more mundane level, in a practical sense. This is about combining the rational side of your brain, which has the ideas, which has the plans, and at least has the initial point of how you can go about making your dreams come true, or how can you act on the ideas or inspiration that you get. Or this can even be that you feel unfulfilled and you know why, but you don't really know what to do about it. Okay? For some of you, you could be one of those people who, when you share the idea with someone, you're like really excited in the beginning. Once you have certain ideas, then you just tell your friends or someone close to you, but then right after talking about it, you're like, yeah, okay, well, the enthusiasm is over. So that's it. It does happen sometimes, okay? Just you talk about it with a lot of people and then there is less action. There is a quote as well, I can't really remember. If you know, to let me know in the comments, but it was something about like, when you really want to do it, just do it. Like, you don't need to tell everyone about it, because that actually dilutes your determined attitude towards it. Okay, so that's one thing. Keep it on the kind of down low, be a little bit sneaky about it. It's nothing malicious, right? You're not hurting anyone. It's just something that you need to get started before you start telling other people about your plans, right? So that's one thing over there. Okay, just 1 second. If you have been through a certain loss or something, and you kind of you're dealing with something, and that's something that's not making you feel good just about the rest of your life, then it's okay. I mean, allow yourself to go through the process, go through the mourning or the grieving process, but return to your light. Okay, remember that you are not just that. This one state of being is not going to continue on forever, right? So stepping back into your very confident and charismatic self, where I don't know if this might work for you, but try to go back to something that was once very inspiring for you. Okay, whatever is possible. For some people it can be sports, some people it can be just making some art or singing or something like that. Just try to do something, even if it is not as inspiring for you right now. It might trigger some ideas of what can pick you up. Okay, so that's one thing that came randomly. There is this need for balancing the rational self and the intuitive self. So when you have the potential but you're not able to do something about it, the doing something about something is the masculine portion, but getting the idea, just the overall imagery, the picture, and the gut feel, those type of things which are more ephemeral, these things are more feminine, right? So even if you have the inspiration but you lack the follow through, it again tells you that the masculine part of you needs to be more harmonized with it. So you make more of an effort to bring the masculine out. Okay, this was an example. It can be the other way around as well, but I'm seeing more of inspiration here. So I'm gonna say it is, your feminine is fine, but your masculine needs a bit of work. What else? Okay, let me collect my thoughts. With the Two of Pentacles, it could, if you're waiting for things to be just perfect in order to get started with something, that's gonna be a wait. Okay, that's not the only way that you can start something, right? If you want to actually do something, you will do it regardless of the situation. Okay, where there is a will, there is a way, right? So even if that means juggling 2 jobs at once, or you're studying 2 courses at once, or I don't know, managing your home and work becomes a little bit of a thing where you have to find a new balance, go ahead and do that. Okay, if you really want to do something and you know that something is missing from your life internally in your own self, then just go ahead and find it and just create space for it. Okay, waiting for the space to be formed and everything to fall into place is well, then in that case you're very much dependent on the external factors. And self-love is all about just you giving yourself the space to grow, to acknowledge your gifts, and to just expand unapologetically, right? It has no dependence whatsoever on what other person is there or what other situation is happening. It does not matter, right? You are your own stable point, you are your own idea center, and you are your own powerhouse to follow through with anything that you want, right? So this is kind of like, be your own person. Deal with the emotions you need to deal with, no problem at all. Go ahead and do that. That's very healthy. Okay, and after that, whatever idea you get, or you just think about things, okay, whatever inspires you, anything. For some people it can be quotes, for some people it's a book, so for some people it's an idol you look up to, anything, anyone, anywhere, okay, that just lights that small little spark. Carry it through, make it your own, transmute all the, for some people, like writers for example, they use their emotions. If you've been going through some painful situations, use that and express it. Okay, it can be a very powerful written piece. Go ahead and make use of that, right? But keep it, just under the radar for a while. Just get it done and then express it, because this way you will have a very good idea of what you think. Okay, unbiased, what would you think of your work or of your motivation, whatever it is, right? So try to do that. Make space for the things that you want. Try to harmonize the 2 sides of yourself. With the 6 of Pentacles, it's like try to help other people out. Some people feel this sense of fulfillment when they help other people. So 6 of Pentacles is a card of generosity, maybe getting involved in community service or just charity in general. This can even be exchanging services. for, well, or whatever. You can be trading your service as well, mutual benefit existence, things like that. So it's a give and take. So it's like you are giving, you're open to giving, but you're also open to receiving. Okay, you're receiving the ideas, but you also need to give the effort, right? We have a lot of infinity type of symbols here. One on the magician right there. Not sure if you can see it on the cap, on the hood right there. And this thing right here forms an infinity. Yeah. So that is kind of the duality of things. I feel like you're not just one thing, you're many things kind of being blended over time, and it's all energetic, right? It's all energetic. Yeah, that's quite interesting. It's very motivational for you. Just do your thing. Do it at night when everyone's asleep. If you're a night person, go ahead and just work at night, maybe when you don't have a lot of distractions and you can think properly or you can feel properly, right? That could be resonant for some of you. Let's do your feathers and we'll see. Okay, we have Pelican. Choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. Okay, now 5 of Cups can also sometimes be that you're focusing more on the things you have lost rather than the things you have, right? So in order to feel more love for yourself, bring into focus what is it that you do have, and that'll make you feel, well, it's not pleasant when you lose certain things that you did not want to lose, but it is a part of life, right? It is. And that's how we just learn and we grow and we realize that, hey, one sec, I didn't even need that in the first place, so I'm cool. And that does take sometimes a bit of time and it requires patience, but just keep faith that whatever has happened for your best, right? Later, when you do discover the proof, you can then validate it, but until then, just function on faith for a while. Okay, forgive the people who are involved. Everyone has their own story, has their own journey, and everyone's kind of acting from their own experience, right? So if this is something about feeling upset over someone else's betrayal or, just lies or deceit, whatever, just leave it, because I know it is easier said than done. I know, but make an effort. That's why I said just focus on the things that that are there and that do make you feel good. Like, don't take for granted what you have right now, right? Yeah, that'll at least give you a pointer on where to look next. Okay, don't cry over spilled milk. That's the lesson here. Okay, because you can see here, okay, some things have fallen, but she does have this very rainbow colored bowl over here, and she can just carry that forward and kind of walk ahead. The path is open, nothing is kind of stopping her, and it's fine that you go through your process, but then also remember that you're not supposed to be stuck there, right? So this pelican here is asking you to raise your vibe because there's a lot waiting for you. Queen of Wands is super, super, super high vibe, okay? She's so confident and charismatic. She's the lady everyone wants to be, okay? Regardless whether you're male or female. That self-confidence is something to look for, something to just... That's what we are envious of, right? When someone is able to just put themselves out there, we're just like, whoa, I wish I had even a tiny bit of that confidence, right? So you have the capacity for it, okay? But it starts from leaving the things that are not meant to be yours anyway, right? Leave them. Feel sad, okay, but then get up, like, okay, so now what? What should I do now? Okay? Then we have the White Swan. The power of divine grace is within you. So that is like the ultimate pure love healing. Okay, this is like super, super, healing. Yeah, like healing your own wounds, healing your just the negative connection you have with someone else. Just, you know what, I leave it. Because see, ultimately, however much you hold a grudge, or you get angry, or you feel upset, or anguish, or whatever you feel that is upsetting for you, ultimately you are the one who is feeling upset. This is if this part is resonating, okay? Ultimately you are the one feeling upset, and God only knows what the other person or the situation is going through, right? So just for your sake, let it go, right? All right. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. Yeah, this is again like keeping faith that everything is aligned for your highest good, and there is plenty to go forward to. Okay, you have not left anything that was yours. Okay, nothing has left that was supposed to be yours. So just, good riddance. Okay, bye. I'm moving on to something onwards, better, upwards. Yeah, I'm just gonna go upgrade. I'll learn new things. I'll become a whole new person. Queen of Wands. I mean, that's it. That's the goal, right? There's also a lot of yellow here, so maybe take a look at your solar plexus. Make sure to ground yourself before you do any chakra work. It's very, very essential. This is if you do any of these things. Okay, the solar plexus is the powerhouse of the energy centers in our body. It gives us the strength to follow through, have confidence, have that charisma within ourselves, and that again obviously allows us to be more us, right? Very fearlessly us. That's what solar plexus does. So I hope this helped. Pile 3, yeah. I will see you again next time. Thank you so much for watching. Do like, share, comment, and subscribe if this assisted you. Wow, that was a lot of S's. If this helped you and guided you, yeah, you know what to do. I will see you again next time. Take care. Bye. Hi, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading. Let's get started. I'll first lay out all the cards, then we'll start with the interpretation. If you're not interested to see each card, then just skip ahead. We have the Sun, the Emperor, wow, okay. And we have the Queen of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Moon. A lot of major arcana already. And we have the Page of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and Justice. Wow, 4 major arcana. Awesome. Great. Okay, so what might be blocking you from accepting and loving yourself more is, for some people, a mother figure, someone who values more of the steady, grounded, slow, paced, methodical, practical, step-by-step approach type of mentality. And for some of you, this is just you who is like that, or that's just how you've been raised. Okay, there's nothing wrong about any of this, but the point here is that you need to let loose a lot more, because you've already understood what the importance of structure is. And of course, like in anything that you do, there is a level of structure. You don't throw away everything out the window, but there needs to also be a balance of the more flowy type of nature, the more intuitive and the more emotional side of things as well. Okay, because we are not devoid of emotions. So I mean, let's not pretend that, hey, you know what, I don't feel things. Right? We need to respect that we do feel a lot of things, and in many different levels than other people can ever understand, right? Because ultimately you're the only one who will know you completely, right? So a balance between the more divine masculine portion of you, and also having a good respect for your more emotional side. For some of you, this could be if you are into the intuitive professions, if you are wanting to be one of them, or you just have natural talents in this field, whether you make it a career or not. The Emperor and the Sun here is asking you to, have faith on that and start building on it. Okay? Do something about it. Take some approach. Build a foundation. So even if you have a very awesome instincts or insights, you need to make a start towards it. You need to take some steps towards it in order to make something happen out of it, if you do, obviously. This is in case you want to make it a business, of course, but even otherwise, emotions and intuition is always useful for just life. These are just life skills, right? What else? Let loose and have fun is very pronounced with the Page of Wands and the Sun. The Moon here is interesting. It's like there are some things that you don't really know or understand, some things that are unknown and unseen, but behind the scenes, okay, that are kind of stopping you. This can be something of repressed emotions, okay, or suppressed ones, where certain situations or words or sentences, something reminds you of a difficult period, and you immediately shut off, and you're like, no, you know what, no, I'm not going to go down that road. I don't want to know, I don't want to see, things like that. Okay, but it is important for you to see and realize from a very neutral perspective that was an event. Okay, it was an event. It did have ramifications, but nevertheless, it was an event, and it is not happening now, right? So looking at things from a very neutral perspective with the Justice here will allow you to start afresh. Okay. Like I said, this could be a mother figure that has taught you to be very, very deliberate and, hindering your ability to just explore new things and be curious about things. Or it can be just you, by facing these difficult situations in your life, that you have learned to be more deliberate. Okay? In either case, it is asking you to deal with these situations from a neutral standpoint, because it will help you heal them, deal with them properly, because there's plenty of talents you have underneath the surface. Okay, there's a lot of talents right there. Doesn't have to be psychic at all, but just your own talents, your own abilities, just the capacity to make something of yourself that may involve a few risks. But right now, if you're not able to take any risk at all in your life, it's a tough one, not being, because that kind of speaks to your lack of faith in the unknown or just the universe as a whole, right? So take a look at these things, okay? There are a variety of things. Whenever the Moon card comes, it's not easy to decipher it. It is, sometimes even the people going through it don't know, right? It's a very mysterious thing. And it is unique to your experience. So of course you have to delve deeper. The Queen of Cups as well is connect with your higher self and your guides. They can really help you out in uncovering your talents, exploring what is hidden, what needs to be dealt with. They can also help you deal with these things, right? So try to connect. But like I said, first, neutralize yourself as best as you can, okay? As best as you can. Even just being willing to heal yourself is, just enough, okay? Yeah. Understanding that the laws of karma will always be at play, whether you believe in them or not believe in them, that doesn't really matter. Karma is not looking for your validation for it to exist, right? So the Justice card is about karma, that whatever you expend as an energy, you also get back Okay, this is not good or bad or evil or nothing. It's just how it is, okay? Every action has a reaction. That's the rule here. That's karma. What else? And that will kind of help you out with these unknown things. If the difficult situations were caused by another person, then they will be, forced to deal with their actions, the causes that karma will bring. So it's not your responsibility, and you holding yourself back is not really going to speed up the whole process for the other person, right? So that it's not serving any purpose, right? So loosen up, and you can do it, because once you do that, there is a whole world to discover. You will step into your very, very joyful center of your own self, where you find your strength, where you ground yourself, you find a new grounding, where you don't need any materialistic associations at all. Okay, this is just you coming to your own home and honing your talents as this strong, unique individual, right? What else? Fresh start. Yeah. Let's take a look at the oracle and the feathers, and we'll see if we get something more. We have the vulture. Accept the inevitable, let go of the past, and welcome a rebirth to begin. Yeah. Start fresh, let go of whatever has been happening. This can even be like identifying patterns and putting an end to them. It doesn't have to be a person specifically, right? And many times we are not even aware that we are acting out of patterns. That's what the moon is. It's mysterious to us. We're not aware of it consciously. But the moment we kind of delve deeper by meditation or prayers or whatever, we start to bring these things into light. And that then gives us more of a equal standing. When you're aware of something, you can decide whether to keep it in your life or to remove it or transform it, right? Then you get to choose. So that's the justice there, taking an equal look, looking at things from both sides, not one thing. It's not black and white all the time, right? But you do need the black and the white to have that complete picture, right? So, yes. Yeah, okay. Then we have cardinal, which is stand tall and proud, see the leadership role unfolding ahead of you. So you could even get, you could be starting to get certain opportunities that help you in recognizing yourself for the best version that you are and can be. Okay, so just welcome those things to come in into your life. Be a leader for your own life as well. It doesn't always have to be a managerial position or something. Of course, if you want to start something of your own, go ahead. Like I said, if you have your intuitive abilities and you want to do something with that, then you can definitely start something there. And we have plenty of pentacles just overall, so you have the capacity to do something, do something physical, practical about your skills. Yeah, okay. I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. Yeah, again, switching the perspective of things. The key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. Yeah, that really helps forgive, That really helps move on as well. It's like, you know what? Okay, I'll just believe for the moment that, okay, this was not in my best interest, so I'm just gonna say goodbye to it and I will start fresh tomorrow. Okay, that way, yeah, you don't know what is happening because we do have a very limited perspective, but that's exactly the reason why we should keep an open mind, because at no point do we know everything, right? So the key to prayer is to just forget what I think I need. Rather just be, you know what, for the best possible expression of myself. Or for the highest good, whatever. And happiness is my birthright. You have so much yellow and sun. It's awesome. Okay, so happiness is my birthright is your third card. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to live your highest expression. I feel like you're already getting help to, start developing all of these things. This is the first pile I'm feeling that for. Yeah, so this is kind of more of a nudge along the way. So I hope this helped. And this was not a very big reading, but I do hope it gave you the insights you were looking for, because a lot of this is super personal, right? It's self-love, so yeah, it's very much unique to you. There's not too much I can tell you other than guiding you towards the sectors you should be looking at. So yeah, I hope it was helpful. I do hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would appreciate your contribution in growing this channel and getting the video out there. You never know who it might be helpful for, right? I will see you again next time. Take care.